writing the manuscript for an abomination that caused desolation, I was elated and overjoyed that I completed the work. I was very naive, as writing is the first step to a very long process to bring you something professional looking as well as enjoyable to read. I knew that I wanted the cover to have an anatomical heart with the title of the book and of course my name. I could never have imagined the cover as being so perfect for the message that I feel the book contains. The Friesen Press team did an amazing job. I write about love and unity, but I never had a clue that the hexagon is a symbol of the two. I had to select from 3 very professional cover proofs. I could tell that my book was not their first rodeo. The digital anatomical heart with the hexagons in the background was a no-brainer. It was absolutely perfect. A few weeks later, I felt prompted to find out if there is any symbolic meaning behind the hexagon, and I was surprised to learn that not only has spiritual symbolism, but it also has one of the most common structures found in nature. While doing a minor study on hexagons, it began to lead me down the old familiar rabbit holes from the years past. I was starting to see the conspiracy of the hexagon and its familiar cousin, the hexagram. What is the difference, you may be asking yourself? Well, the hexagram is the 6-pointed star like the one on the Israeli flag, the Star of David as it is affectionately known. And the hexagon is a shape made up of 6 points like the honeycomb. So what is the big deal? And what is the mystery I baited you within the title of this blog? The hexagon can have roots in something called collusion. Collusion is somewhat similar to unity, with a twist of working together in secret for corporate gain by deceiving, misleading, or defrauding people of their legal rights. The collusion is called the hexagon fraud theory. Using the symbol of a hexagon makes sense if one understands that in order to gain something from a collective of people, one would need to operate in secret with like-minded individuals. I discuss deception, lies, and misinformation in the book, and it is the trick that leads us down a broad road to spiritual destruction. I know that most people want to think that most men and women are genuine, honest, and looking out for the best interest of others. The truth is that most people are looking out for their best interests. The more sinister groups make great promises while operating in secret, behind confidentiality agreements and privacy laws. What if the group of people colluding to keep us looking for the outward appearance of God instead of the inward? This is one of the main reasons that Jesus warns us to be aware of the wolves in sheep's clothing. I write about the people who feel they are chosen, or more specifically, those groups of people who feel that they are chosen people of God. However, I did not have the hexagon revelation until several weeks after the book cover was approved, and several months after the manuscript was issued. I see now that my general understanding of the chosen people being the vessels to God was dissected correctly, but maybe not as thoroughly as I would have liked. For the purpose of this blog, and not to bore you with the details, I will say this. God, the Creator, the Most High, the Father, the universe, loves all His creation. God doesn't favor one race, creed, color, or nation. This being said, God used the Hebrew nation to be an example of how to live a good and wholesome life on earth. They became our example. I am the firstborn son of 4 brothers. I was taught to be an example to my younger brothers. I also have 5 children, and I love them all equally. It is true that some of my children have disappointed me, but I never stopped loving them. Jesus' teaching is about finding this kind of love for our fellow brothers and sisters. No one is better than you, and you are not better than anyone else. The following are a few examples to drive home the point. Galatians 3, verse 28. There is neither Jew nor Greek, there is neither slave nor free. There is no male and female, for you are all one in Christ Jesus. Romans 2, verse 11. For God shows no partiality. John 13, verse 16. Truly, truly, I say to you, a servant is not greater than his master, nor is a messenger greater than the one who sent him. Malachi 2, verse 10. Do we not all have one Father? Did not one God create us? Why do we profane the covenant of our ancestors by being unfaithful to one another? I didn't choose the hexagon, it chose me. I recognize that some people feel that there is power in symbolism. I do not personally get hung up on symbolism, as I have always felt that there is no power in a symbol other than the power we choose to impose on it. The more important question is, does it edify and unify or mislead and discourage? We are all free to believe what we want, and regarding symbolism, I will say this: it's fascinating. I will still do my best to do what I believe we are all called to do: love like Jesus.